all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back on the Bossman Show. Time for my man JC Smith, host of the official As Fuck podcast. Catch it on Zoom. Have also a YouTube channel as well. Check it out. They bringing it to you. JC, Brandon, Stacy, and Lee. They giving it to you. JC, brother, what's good, my man?
What up? What's going on, boss?
Man, not much, man. Enjoying a nice spring day in the ATL, man. I think summertime is right around the corner. I think the weather's finally broke for good now, bro.
Yeah, it appears so, man. You know, it's a nice day here in Memphis also, man. We're in the 80s. So, I think summertime is right around the corner, man.
Bro, we watched The Last Dance, episodes 7 and 8. Kind of right in our childhood there, brother, with that one right there, bro. What are your thoughts on episodes 7 and 8, man? And kind of give us, listen, like your highlights of what you saw on Sunday night there.
Man, hey, I've been loving the whole documentary, man. Each and every episode I've recorded and have gone back and watched several times, man, just to relive all those old memories and moments and to find out some things that I never even knew. When I thought that I was, the most avid, person that knew everything about the Bulls and Jordan at that time, but there were still some things that I didn't even know about, man. But just to go back as far as episode 7 and 8, it pretty much covered the last championship, the last of the first three-peat from that time, from about 93 to about 96, after Jordan decided to step down and go play baseball. And Scottie Pippen ascended to be the head honcho on the team, and the great season he had that at first year after Michael Jordan, he averaged 22 points, almost 8 rebounds, 6 assists during that season when he could have very well been MVP. And then also the moment where he did not want to go into the game against the Knicks. I think it was Game 3, I believe. Game 3 or Game 4, man, where Tony Kukoc ended up hitting the game shot. Yeah, ended up hitting the game-winning shot, and Scottie decided to stay on the bench, man, and how that's always going to be a stain on his great career. And then Jordan eventually coming back, with the 4 or 5, and getting knocked out by your old Orlando Magic back in the day, bro. So, yeah, like I said, 7 and 8, man. I can't wait. I don't want it to end, man. I wish there was some more episodes, after 9 and 10 this weekend, man. I'm not ready for it to end, but, I'm sure the final 2 episodes are going to be, even greater, man. So I'm looking forward to that.
Bro, I had some PTSD from when I was like 8 and 9 years old, man. The 8-year-old year was a good year because we beat the Chicago Bulls and then beat the Pacers in 7 games, and then Nick Anderson happened in the finals, and it broke my heart.
Man, wait. Yeah,
then in 96, the sweep, I was there, unfortunately, and it's bad when you have Anthony Bonner out there with John Konicak trying to deal with the Bulls because Horace Grant's arm was injured. I have not forgot that, man. And Brian Shaw had back spasms. Right? That series against the Bulls, man, everything went sour, that series. And so, yeah, having relived that, knowing how I felt as a younger kid when the Bulls destroyed my Magic after we beat them the year prior, which I know why now, because Jordan wasn't himself that year. He was still in a baseball body from being with the Birmingham Barons. So, now, it kind of sprung this question, JC. Had baseball not went on strike, would Jordan have kept up with the MLB?
Yeah, man. Mike had he still had the baseball body. He didn't have the conditioning yet. You got tired out in that Orlando series. But, man, did he come back with a vengeance that following year. You knew Mike was out for blood, man. To sweep a team with Shaq and Penny like that, man. I think Horace got hurt in that series, I believe.
He got hurt in Game 1.
Yeah, but still, man, Mike was on a mission, man.
I remember watching it on TNT. Sitting in the living room with my dad watching it on TNT. I remember.
No doubt.
And in game, but get this, in Game 2, the Magic were up by 18 in the third quarter.
I remember, bro.
And they went on that run, and that was it.
Yeah. There was no looking back after that. Yeah.
And I feel like the Magic had the PTSD from the Houston series. Because think about it. Every game against Houston, the Magic was up every game in the third quarter.
Right.
Every game they was up in the third quarter. And got swept by the Rockets, which caused Shaq to go to L.A., and Brian Hill to be fired, and then they all set off all those chain of events where the Magic they'll have a good start, and they'll lose them.
Hey, shout out to Nick Anderson, man.
Yes. Nick Anderson calls it all. Yes, he did. Hey, the Magic to me is still chasing, bro, the uniforms, though. The best ones was the original ones. They're still chasing.
Right.
Just go back to it, please.
I know what you mean.
Just quit chasing. Yeah. Go back to it. So, yeah, man, the Last Dance has been good. And what about Gary Payton saying he told George Karl, hey, I'm guarding Michael Jordan. We're down 3-0. Do you think had they put Payton on MJ earlier, that would have made a difference in your mind?
Yes and no. I'm going to say yes as far as the aspect. Gary Payton's actually telling the truth. The way that he was playing Michael, the way that he was, bodying him, and trying to deny him, position there, it did have a little effect on Michael. If you go back and look at some of those games, I think the only really great game that Michael had in that series was Game 3. when they win their first game in Seattle. But all the other games, Michael shot well under, his norm, his average from the field. And in the clinching game 6, I believe Mike had a horrible shooting percentage, man. I was watching the game, rewatching it the other night. Yeah, man, he was horrible from the field, but just made it up on the free throw line. So Gary was telling the truth that maybe if they would put him on earlier, he could possibly tire Mike out a little bit. However, Mike being the savvy veteran, the savvy player who knows how to score from anywhere, and knows how to get his points, he was still going to get buckets regardless. It was just a fact of how much pressure and as far as how much that Gary Payton could deny position on him. Because Gary did a good job, but Michael's going to get his points. Because when you're that great, when you're the greatest player of all time, you're going to get points regardless. You're going to find a way to score. Gary it's conditioning and just taking the toll as far as maybe trying to tire him out late in the game, where others may have had to step up, to help out, as opposed to Mike kind of carrying the load like you always used to.
No doubt. And also, we're interested in B.J. Armstrong supposedly awoken of the sleeping giant by celebrating the Game 2 win the Hornets had against the Bulls at the Giant Center. And the Hornets got pretty much a gentleman's sweep 4-1. But Michael Jordan says that B.J. Armstrong should have known better. And his trash talk set them off pretty much and got them to get the Hornets out of there real fast.
Yeah, man, you don't poke the beast, man. Do not poke the bear. Let him sleep. But you can't knock BJ, man. It's all you. Of course, you're not going to beat the Bulls. You're not going to beat Mike in the series. But just one game, one moment, BJ was feeling himself. But hey, then you woke him up. You know what I'm saying? and then it's over with after that.
No doubt. And let's listen. The NBA had a call on Tuesday and a vote amongst the players where 70% of the players want to play, but a lot of players on bad teams don't want to play still, and the NBA trying to find a way to get this season in and still play 82 games next year. They don't want to take testing away from the people, and there's really no plan of if somebody gets the virus, what happens. So, what are your thoughts on the NBA trying to find a way back and still probably play 82 games next season? But looks to me like the time, if you're trying to do 82 next year, time's running out already.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this virus is throwing a monkey wrench in everything across the board when it comes to sports. So, and at this point, boss, it doesn't really, it's strange to say, it doesn't really bother me if the NBA doesn't come back. Is that weird to say? Like, I'm not really, if they come back, cool. If not, I understand also. Because for them to come back and finish the season out, you're going to be playing well into possibly, August
and maybe September?
Right. And I just hate the schedule being thrown off like that where, I know everybody said, well, the season should start, around Christmas anyway. No. The season should always start. To me, the season should always start around Halloween. That was always when you knew the NBA season was about to start. Halloween, first couple of days in November. I don't want the season to start around Christmas or New Year's, man. I hate that it's throwing everything off. But if you told me that, hey, we can guarantee the season will start at the same time, but we can't come back and finish this season, I'll be okay with that. I would be okay with starting the 2020-2021 season around the same time, like we do every year, as opposed to starting in December and having it just for us to be able to finish this season. I'm against that, man, because at this point, whoever wins the championship is going to have an asterisk on it anyway. It's going to be an asterisk there, whoever wins this year. So, yeah, man, I'm not concerned with that. It sucks for guys like LeBron as far as his legacy. Let's say if they don't finish the season out, but yeah, I don't want to see a season with an asterisk on it anymore, man.
I'm fine with it being over too, and I guess mine's more selfish reasons. The fact that, hey, I have asthma. I can't go back anyway and cover the team without a vaccine.
Right.
So it's kind of a selfish reason for me why if I hope it don't come back. You know, I don't want to be put in a spot where I have to say, hey, I ain't coming back because of my health.
Right.
And then lose
Exactly.
my position. So for me, it's selfish why I don't want him to come back. But if I don't miss it, I don't miss it anymore. I have my routine of YouTube and, you know, Twitter and what I do on my phone. So
Absolutely.
I'm fine with it not coming back. So yeah. So bro, what do you have on tap for the Essential as Fuck podcast this week, my brother?
Oh, hey man, you know we gotta talk about Boosie, man, Lil Boosie, and that he revealed, you know, I'm sure, Boss, you're familiar with the story, man, about him, you know, supplying his young son, I think it was a son and a nephew or something like that, and they're only about 12, 13 years old. They're supplying them with prostitutes, man. You know, so we got to talk about that, you know, as well, because to me it seemed like that's some, you know, policeman to get involved in that situation, man.
Yeah, that's a charge waiting to happen.
That's a charge, right? You know, so we're gonna talk about that, man, and man, you know, of course, I talk about coronavirus updates, man, and Dr. Fauci and everything going on that end, and also, you know, we got to show some love to the 2020 graduates also, man. You know, all my 2020 high school, college graduates. You know, we're gonna show them some love also, man, on the show.
No doubt, folks. Check out JC's show, Essential as Fuck podcast on YouTube and Facebook, where you can see him and his crew every week. Folks, we're gonna take a break. Coming back with the Boss Report, JC Smith. A special edition of it because Bones out sick this week, so stick around, folks. Boss Report out for the break.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.